On March 3, 2011, Pastor Clint Dobson was found dead on the floor of his Arlington, Texas church. He had been beaten and murdered. Close to his body was church secretary Judy Elliott. She had also been beaten, but was clinging to life. Multiple items had been stolen from the scene, including a laptop, Clint's cell phone, credit cards, and Judy's car. The murder and attack quickly made headline news. Homicide investigators knew there was pressure to crack the case, and fast. In the first part of this investigation, detectives interviewed witnesses who told them they needed to look at A.G. Springs and Romeo, aka Stephen LaWayne Nelson. Police questioned Springs, who claimed he had nothing to do with the murder but pointed the finger at Nelson. Detectives bring Nelson down to the station for questioning.
Here's your Sprite. Give me a second. Never mind, there it is. Okay, I don't know if you heard, caught my name downstairs in the jail, but my name's Detective Blank. I'm a police detective here for Arlington. It's my partner, Detective Lopez, okay? What is your full name, sir?
Stephen, with a V.
S-T-E-V-E-N?
Yes, sir.
Middle name?
LaWayne.
L-E?
L-A.
Mm-hmm.
W-A-Y-N-E.
And your last name? Nelson?
Nelson.
Well, what's your date of birth? Okay. What is your home address right now?
20.
Is that your residence or?
My mom's residence.
Okay. What's your mom's name?
Kathy.
K-A-T-H-Y?
Mm-hmm.
What's the zip code up there? Okay. And what is it Kathy Nelson or is it Kathy?
James.
Is she the person on the lease there or?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you also on the lease side as like an
No.
occupant or anything?
No.
Okay. Do you have a room in the place or
No.
you just kind of crash somewhere like
Down in the living room.
in the living room? Okay. What is your phone number?
My cell phone.
What's the service provider?
Metro.
Metro. How long have you had that phone?
2 weeks.
About 2 weeks. Did you have a phone prior to that or
No, I was in the ISF.
ISF?
Sanction program.
Oh, okay. Okay. How long were you in that?
90 days.
90 days. Where were you at before that?
Dallas County.
Okay. For what for?
Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Okay. Okay. Do you have a secondary number, house number, or anything like that? House phone?
No house phone.
Okay. Do you work right now?
No, I do tattoos.
Do tattoos? Yeah, I see you like some ink, man. Did you do those yourself or?
Just like a little bit over on this side. That's it.
Okay. Do you go to school?
No, I'm finished.
Where did you go to school?
Lamar.
Lamar. How long ago did you graduate?
05.
You graduated 05?
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, I'm gonna go get some more Kleenex for you real quick, and then I'll be right back.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What's in those bags?
That's some of the clothes that you had when you came to jail.
Why they up here?
Well, wait till my partner comes back. And, whatever you guys making my nose right.
Sorry about that.
Can I ask why y'all confiscated my clothes?
He was asking what was in the bag, and I
Oh,
was
okay.
telling him that it was his clothes that he was brought to jail in, and he wanted to know why they were up here, but I just told him to wait till you came back.
Yeah, I'll explain all that. But I'm just getting some basic the dry stuff first, and then we'll sit down and talk, all right?
But I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Okay. Well, prior to asking all those questions, I got to read you a Miranda warning.
Okay.
Here's a card if you'd like to read along. I'm not trying to be insulting. You can read it and understand English.
I already know. Yeah.
Mr. Nelson, do you mind if I call you Stephen, or do you prefer Mr. Nelson?
It don't matter.
Stephen, you have the right to remain silent, not make any statement at all, and any statement you make may be used against you at your trial. Any statement you make may be used evidence against you in court. You have the right to have a lawyer present to advise you prior to and during any questioning. If you're unable to employ a lawyer, you have the right to have a lawyer appointed to advise you prior to and during any questioning, and you have the right to terminate this interview at any time. Do you understand all of those? I've read them to you.
Yes, sir.
Do you voluntarily waive them so we can talk?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, Stephen, I always kind of start all my interviews like this, but is there any particular reason why a couple of detectives would be wanting to talk to you?
No.
Nothing you can think of? You been in any trouble here recently? Have you
No.
had any fights with anybody here recently, or anyone upset with you, or?
No.
Okay.
I've been reporting to probation. That was it.
Who's your probation officer?
Sherry Price.
Sherry Price. Price. Do you know her number by any chance?
No, it's inside my cell phone.
It's in your cell phone? Okay. Okay.
She's at the Frank Crowley building in Dallas.
In Dallas? So it's out of Dallas County?
Yes, sir. I'm on the ninth floor.
Dallas County. And you're on probation for what?
Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Okay. I'm not really here to talk to you about that. I'm assuming you've already been adjudicated and that's passed and everything?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're not on probation or parole for anything else?
No.
Okay. Well, the reason why we'd like to talk to you is that your name has come up in an investigation in which we're working, okay?
Okay.
And the reason why we collected your clothes is that anytime we do these investigations, we try and be as thorough as possible.
Okay.
And the main thing we seized is your jewelry. How did you come about that jewelry? The necklace and all that? How long have you had that?
For a hot minute. I had it for a hot minute.
For a while? Okay. So like weeks, days, months, years?
Where's all this going to, though?
Well, I'd like to kind of, just ask this question and we can kind of build on it, I mean, there is an end game to this and I'm not trying to play games with you. But, anytime we start with these things, it's always kind of like a little, I'm trying to gauge you and you're trying to gauge me.
Okay. So I'm here they say I'm charged for capital murder.
Yes, sir, you are.
I never killed nobody in my life.
Okay. Have you been around anything where some disagreements have occurred? Is there anything that we need to know about?
I ain't been around nobody who disagree with anybody, fights, shooting anybody, none of that.
Okay. Where have you been staying here recently the last couple of days?
My mom?
Your mom's house?
Mhm.
And that's the house up there off of Brown?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you been hanging out with some friends or
Yes, sir.
kind of walk me through your last week?
Well, let's see. I've been hanging around with AG and Twist and
AG?
Merc. And
Who?
Merc got long hair, ponytail, black. With a hat.
AG, Twist, and who? Merc? Like MERC or MERK?
Like Merc, like MER or ME. It's something like that, Merc. It's slang.
Sure. Who's AG really?
I don't know.
Do you know his real name?
No, I got his cell phone number.
Okay. Is AG white, black, Hispanic, Asian?
Hispanic and black.
Okay.
Kind of chubby.
Chubby guy. Is he older, younger?
A little bit younger than me.
You what, 24? So he's probably
21, 20.
So around 21. What about Twist?
I think Twist about 19, 20.
Is he white, black, Hispanic, Asian?
Black.
Black male. Okay. Are any of these guys related to you, or are they just friends?
Friends.
And is Mark white?
20.
20?
Yeah.
All these are males, I'm assuming? What is Twist like a big guy, small guy?
Skinny.
Skinny. And what about Merc?
Skinny.
You said Merc had a ponytail?
No, Twist do.
Twist do.
AG got a afro.
Okay. Like a pretty good sized one, or
Yeah, pretty good size.
are any of these guys tall? Are they tall as you, taller, shorter?
Merc, a little bit taller than me. He probably about 6 foot even.
Mm-hmm.
Twiz, he probably what, about 5'10", probably.
Okay. How tall are you?
5'8".
5'8". What about AG?
He about 5'9", 5'10".
So you're 5'8"?
Yeah.
How much do you weigh?
Probably like 165.
Are any of those tattoos gang tattoos, anything like that?
No.
You claim anything? Have you ever claimed anything? I saw a long time ago that you used to run with DeMarlin.
Who?
Rowdy. You know Rowdy?
Rowdy?
Yeah.
I ain't seen Rowdy in a long time.
How'd you know Rowdy? Through school?
Yeah, through Lamar.
You didn't get caught up in any of that UTG crap?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I don't have no gang file or anything like that.
Okay. I just happened to see that, and I remember old Rowdy from way back myself, so.
Do you know where Rowdy at? Is he locked up or?
To be honest with you, I don't know. Wherever he is, he was laying low or he's locked up or something, but maybe he moved. Knock on wood for my sake, but. Okay. You have a nickname, Steven? Do you go by anything?
Tank?
Tank? Do you go by anything else?
No.
How'd you get the nickname Tank?
I don't know. They just gave it to me.
Who?
Oh, Neiman. My best friend. Like 3, 4 years ago.
Okay. You don't go by anything else? Okay. Okay, so you've been primarily the last couple of days been hanging out with AG, Twist, and Mark? Okay. Where at?
Pretty much everywhere. All over Arlington, we'll be chilling.
Okay. All over Arlington. But normally when, at night you go back and lay your head over at your mama's house and off the ground? Well, I like to kind of just, like I said, walk me through like the last couple of days of your life, if you will.
Well, let's see.
Like, what'd you do today?
Yeah, I was in jail today.
Well, before jail.
Saturday?
Yes.
I went to the club. I went to Dallas. I was in Dallas.
What club did you go to?
The Aim and Pearl.
Aim and Pearl?
Yeah.
So Saturday. Aim and Pearl. Where's that located at?
Downtown Dallas.
Downtown.
Am Street and stuff.
Who'd you go with?
My girlfriend.
Who's your girlfriend?
Tracy Nelson.
Tracy Nelson? Okay. What time did you get to the club? Now, when you say, are you talking like early morning Saturday, or are you talking like Saturday afternoon?
Saturday night.
Saturday night? Okay, 'cause I guess today is what, Sunday morning?
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock now.
Okay, so you're at the club Saturday night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
10:30.
What time did you get arrested?
No, that was Friday night.
Okay, I was about to say,
I'm sorry.
it's a Friday night.
Yeah, 'cause I got arrested Saturday about 12.
Yeah, because it was in early, like
Yeah, it was in the morning.
Yeah.
early afternoon.
Yeah, cause she dropped me off at the house about 11 something.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like early afternoon you got arrested.
Yeah.
So
So last night,
it's a Friday night.
Friday night, you were at the club with Tracy. What time did you leave the club?
Sorry. I think 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock a.m. when it closed.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go anywhere afterwards?
I went to Tracy's house.
Where's that at?
In Forney.
Forney, Texas. And then she dropped. Did you stay there all night from then on, or? And what time did you get back to Arlington?
Around 11.
Okay. So get back to Arlington, and then soon after that, I guess when you get arrested. Okay. Walk me through Friday then. Prior to going to the club, what were you doing?
Trying to think. I believe I was at the house all Friday.
At your mama's house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or is anyone with you, or
No, just me.
what does your mom do for a living?
She's an engineer at American Airlines.
Okay. What's kind of her work schedule?
Monday to Friday from 6 to 2.
So she works day shift,
Mhm.
like early morning?
And she calls and checks on me all day, every day.
Mm-hmm. That's what moms do, man. No matter how old you get, mama's always looking after you, you know? Okay, so Friday, you just pretty much hang out at the house and don't do much?
Yeah, it's pretty much every day.
Okay. What about Thursday night going into Friday?
Thursday night, I was... Where was it? I was with AG Thursday night.
Okay, so Thursday night you were with AG?
AG, Twigs.
Where were y'all at?
Some apartments, I don't even know where it is.
Whose apartment was it?
I don't know. I don't even know the person that was.
Was it a friend of somebody else? Or
Yeah,
Was it one of AG's friends or Twist? You say Twist or Twix?
Twist.
Twist.
Like,
Okay.
well, he's an AG friend.
Okay. Do you know, was it in Arlington, Fort Worth, Grand Prairie?
I don't even know to tell you the truth. Because Grand Prairie, Arlington, the borderlines, all that stuff.
Do you remember any of the major streets that were near it? Were you,
360. That's all I remember.
okay. So you were near 360? Had you been drinking that night or taking any drugs?
X pills.
X pills? When did you take the X pills?
Probably about around 10.
10 at night? Okay. Okay. So it was just you, AG, Twist, and one of AG's friends? Was there anyone else there?
No.
How'd you get to the house? Or to the apartment or wherever?
Twist drove his truck.
What type of trucks does Twist got?
Silver. What's it called? Not Silverado. What's that one? Sierra?
Sierra, like the GMC version? Or-
Yeah, it's GMC. It's kind of beat up looking, 2-door, long bed.
Okay.
It's like a 90, one of those 90 models.
More boxy?
Yeah. With like it's more plastic on the inside, and the AC is like electric instead of with knobs.
Mm-hmm.
Electric.
Okay, so all three of y'all rode together? Okay. And what time did you get over to the apartment or whatever?
We didn't get over to about 1 or 2 o'clock, I think.
In the morning? Okay. So where were you at when you took your exos? Or the ecstasy?
Twist house.
So y'all were at Twist's house before you went over to the friend's house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where's Twist live?
Somewhere else, suburb, way south Arlington. Across 20.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere over there.
Do you remember any of the major cross streets or anything? Okay. So what time did you get over to Twist's house?
What time was that? I don't know. About 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I don't know.
It's a little after dinner time?
Yeah. I know it was nighttime though.
Okay. So it was really dark by the time you got over there?
Yeah.
So about 8. Okay. Where were you at before Twist's house?
Let's see, where was it? At the house.
Ed Brown?
Yeah, at the house.
When did you leave the house?
I didn't leave the house too bad. My mom came home. I think she came about 4. I think I didn't leave the house until my mom came home. She came home.
So when she got home about 4 is when you left? You went over to, where'd you go between 4 and 8?
I went to meet up with AG
Okay. Where'd you meet him up at?
up the street.
Where's that?
Oh, you know where the car wash is on Brown?
Car wash on Brown.
There's apartments, then there's a car wash, then that hotel, and then there's the others.
Oh, like over by 360?
Yeah, it's right there. I met her right there.
Okay. So you're at mom's house until about 4.
Yeah.
And so then you meet up at AG.
Yeah.
And where do y'all go from there?
Where did we go?
And
we went to go.
who was driving, or how'd you go?
AG was driving.
What does he drive?
I think he was driving a baby mama's car.
What type of car is that?
PT Cruise, I think.
What color is it?
Maroon.
It's what color?
Maroon.
Maroon? Okay, I'm sorry.
What's his baby's mom's name?
I don't know.
Okay.
Was she there with y'all, or?
No.
Oh, it was just you two? Okay. Where do y'all go?
Find some X pills.
X pills? So eventually find some?
Yeah.
How long did it take you?
I don't know. It didn't take a time, but we found some though.
Okay. So you just kind of drove around waiting for that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And before that, you say you're at your mom's house?
Yeah. I was cleaning the house.
So you're at the house all day?
Yeah.
Okay. So you weren't anywhere else? You didn't go to the gas station prior to that or anything else?
Mm-hmm.
So what time did you wake up? What time did you wake up Friday morning?
Friday morning. 8 o'clock, I think.
Okay, so bright and early?
Yeah.
What about Thursday morning? When did you wake up?
Late.
What time's late?
I don't know what time. About 12, I think.
About 12ish. So you were just hanging out at your mom's house between 12 and 4?
Yeah, I was just cleaning out, you know what I'm saying, so she wouldn't get on my ass for not doing nothing.
Who else stays at the apartment?
Just me and my mom.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Okay. And so that's when you woke up, is at noon? So what time did you get in Wednesday? Or where were you at Wednesday night going into Thursday morning?
I was at home.
At home? What time did you go to bed?
Around 1 or 2.
1 in the morning?
Yeah.
So you slept for about 10 hours then? Were you drunk, or did you have any medication, or were you just really tired?
I don't know. I've been drinking.
So you went to bed around 1 or 2 in the morning? To 1 or 2. And you woke up at around noon, hung out at the house cleaning up until about 4. Met up with, let's back up and go one more day. Let's go Wednesday real quick. I forgot Wednesday. So where were you at prior to 1 o'clock at night? You said you're at your mama's house?
Yeah. And at nighttime, I'm in the house at nighttime.
Okay. What about Wednesday evening? Where were you at?
At home.
At home?
Yeah.
What about Wednesday afternoon?
At home.
So all day Wednesday you were just at your mama's house? Never left it? All day.
I don't really go out unless it's club night.
Okay. What's typically club night for you?
Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night.
And Steven, do you have a car?
No.
No?
How do you typically get around then?
Call my friends, my sister. I ask my mom to drop me off.
What's your sister's name?
Kitson.
You gotta spell that one for me, I'm sorry.
Kitza.
K-I-T. How old is she?
28.
What's her last name? She's 28. Does she live local or?
She lives off, I don't even know that street, but she lives close to it.
Okay. So kind of in the North Arlington area?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She lives right down the street where that old Albertsons on Collins was.
Uh-huh.
So those farmers right, those condominiums right behind it. And that big fence.
Yeah.
It's right there.
I can't think of what they're called, but yeah, right there off of Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar and something.
Yeah, it's
Back
the
road.
cloisters, or are you talking about?
The brown ones, the tan ones.
Yeah, is it actually off Lamar, or is it
It's Lamar, and right before you get to
the BMW? You turn right, or
no, you keep going past the BMW.
okay.
Right where that first turn, that Turtle Road goes down that way.
Mm-hmm.
Before you get to Cutters, that
Mhm.
old club,
Yeah,
and then those number of apartments down that street.
yeah, not Baird Farm, but
Before
yeah, it's doesn't matter. Doesn't okay. So that's where she's up in that area then. Okay, good. Okay. Is there any other place that you can think of that you were? Have you had anything? Have you done anything exciting? Have you gone besides going to Forney? Have you been out of town any other time, or have you gone out to eat? Have you gone to any other clubs? Have you been to a liquor store? Have you done any shopping? Have you been to a grocery store? Have you been to convenience stores? Is there go buy a pack of? Do you smoke?
Yeah.
What do you smoke?
Black and Mild.
Black and Mild. Did you ever run to like the corner store to ever pick up a Black and Mild other than what you told me here? Did you run to any of the stores between Wednesday and today?
Yeah, I bought a pack of Black and Milds.
When was that?
What was it? Tuesday. But a whole pack. Cause I don't smoke like chain smoke.
Right.
I smoke every once in a while. A pack can last me a while.
Okay.
So I think about Tuesday.
Okay. So that pretty much lasted you up until now?
Yeah.
Okay. But between then and until the time you got arrested, have you been any other place that I need to know?
Nah, I don't think.
Not that you can think of? Okay. How long have you had that jewelry?
For a while.
Are you sure? How'd you get it?
At the mall.
Which mall?
Parks Mall.
Parks Mall? When did you buy? Was it a gift, or did you buy it, or
It's a gift.
it was a gift? Who gave it to you?
Is my jury involved?
Well,
I mean, you can just come straight up, you know what I'm saying? You want to know something, just don't beat around the bush. Just
Okay.
ask. I'll tell you if it.
okay. Well, when did you get that jewelry? Did you buy it on Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you buy it from?
Parks Mall.
Okay. How'd you pay for it?
Credit card.
Whose credit card was it?
I don't know whose credit card was it. I just found it and got it.
How'd you get the credit card?
Huh?
How'd you get the credit card?
Found it.
Where'd you find it?
Do you know where? What is it right there? Do you know where that Kroger's is? Right before you get to that Kroger's?
Kroger.
Off of Brown? There's a shopping center right there?
Okay.
It was right there. Now when you go down that way, like on the sidewalk, in the grass, that's why I just threw them out.
Okay. When did you find that?
When was it? When I got up and I left.
And when did you get up and leave? Because
I got up.
I don't remember having that conversation the last time.
You told me what time I woke up. You didn't say if I left or anything.
Actually, I asked you if you'd
You
been
did?
anywhere
Oh.
or if you'd gone anywhere else.
Okay, Stephen, why didn't you want to tell us about that?
Huh?
Why didn't you want to tell us about that?
No, I ain't no secret. I just, you know what I'm saying? I was telling you where I found them at. That's all. Ain't no secret or anything.
Those weren't your credit cards.
No, those were my credit cards. But I was thinking, that's quick money, so I just.
Do you remember the name on the credit card?
No, I didn't pay attention. I was just excited to get a credit card. I went to the mall.
Okay. And who gave you a ride over to the mall? That's a long walk from North Arlington.
AG and Twist.
AG and Twist?
Yeah.
Whose car were you in?
Twist.
Twist car?
Yeah.
His truck?
Yeah.
What time did you get to the mall?
Let's get to the mall. Then we got there about about 3-something, 3:30, 4.
What does Twist look like?
Yeah, gold up here. Their other faces. That long hair was kept in a ponytail, and he wears a hat backwards.
Okay. What were you wearing?
What was I wearing? I think that black shirt in there, I think.
Okay. Do you remember what Twist was wearing?
Black shirt, some gray dunks with a strap, some jeans, a black marijuana shirt with some gold leafing on
Okay. What about
it. AG.
Yeah.
Shorts, I think. Some black shoes. I think a black shirt.
what else did you buy besides the jewelry?
I bought a t-shirt.
What type of shirt?
It was green. Color is bright.
What's on it?
Oscar the Grouch.
Why'd you just like Oscar?
Yeah, it just stand out. I like loud clothes.
What about those shoes? Did you buy the shoes too?
Yeah, I bought those shoes.
Okay. How many times did you use the card?
Me, I used it when I got the jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
I brought the bracelet, the ring, and the 2 necklaces.
Mm-hmm.
Bought the pair of shoes.
Okay. So
And that was it.
how many stores did you use it?
2, 3.
Did you try and use it another time and it get turned down?
Mm-hmm.
The same place you bought the shoes?
Yeah, I just threw away. So I was like, damn, they turned it off already.
Did you try and use any other credit cards that day?
Twist and them had a credit card, but I don't know.
Whose credit card was that?
I don't know. I don't know who it was.
Where did y'all try and use that?
I don't know. I when they dropped me back off at the house, they went somewhere else. So I don't know if they used it or not.
What did they say they did with it?
They didn't tell me.
Where'd you throw it away? Where'd you throw your credit card away?
I just threw it out the window.
What type of card was it? Visa, MasterCard, American Express?
It had an American flag on it.
Okay. Do you remember what the type it was though?
Discover, I think.
And you don't remember the name on it?
No.
You remember if it was a guy's name, a girl's name?
No. I wasn't paying attention to that. I just decided I got a call. I thought it was.
Whose name did you sign?
Huh?
Whose name did you sign on
My
that?
name.
So you signed your name? Were you concerned that you were signing your name on somebody else's card?
Yeah, but didn't know.
They didn't even question it at the stores?
They didn't ask me for no ID.
Okay, so you signed your name.
Why didn't I scribbled? I don't know.
Where you couldn't read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's something that I did do. I really use the credit card. I wouldn't mind.
Okay. And you said you found the card when?
Thursday.
At what time?
What time? About around 2. As soon as I found it, I told AG. Well, I found that card. As soon as I found that card, I told AG.
You said you found them. How many other cards were there?
It was a Quick Trip card there, and that card, and that was it.
Quick Trip card?
Yeah.
Did you ever try and use the Quick Trip card to fill up gas or anything?
No, I never used that card.
Not even to, hey man, come give me a ride, I'll pay for gas, nothing like that? So what did AG and Twist get out of the deal? Just spend a lovely afternoon with you?
I guess.
Okay. So you didn't try and use the QT card anywhere else? Nothing?
I did.
Did they ever try to?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
Are you sure?
I'm being very positive with you.
Okay.
Did you try and use that Discover card anywhere else? Like on the way to the mall or after the mall? Did y'all try and use it anywhere else?
Cause soon as it declined, I just threw it out the window.
What about before the mall, though?
No, I don't think so.
Do you remember stopping at a Chevron? They're off of 360.
Did I stop at the Chevron?
I'll tell you what, I'll answer it for you. You did.
I'm trying to think. I probably did. But I just
You did. I'll jump ahead. You did stop there, okay?
Okay.
How did you get to that Chevron?
Drove.
How'd you drive? What car?
Huh?
What car did you drive?
I don't remember what car it was.
Are you sure?
So,
So you don't remember what car you drove to Chevron, but you don't have a car, correct?
correct.
Okay. So whose car did you drive?
I don't know.
Did you find it on the side of the road too?
What, that car?
Yeah.
No.
What type of car was it? Was it newer, older?
I don't know. I guess, I don't know if it's new or old.
What color was it? Steven, look at me for a second, man. Obviously, I mean, we're leading down a path that you know where we're headed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not trying to beat around the bush, but at the same time, I'm also trying to get anytime I ask these questions, I always try and gauge how people are reacting to them, okay? And by no means am I not trying to insult your intelligence or anything like that, but also, I can tell right now you're starting to get into that slippery slope of lying to me, okay? I mean, if by now you haven't figured it out that I've already know where you've been through these last couple of days.
I already knew that.
I know you do.
Kind of, but
So-
I didn't kill nobody. I could think of a lot of detectives. I didn't kill nobody.
Okay, where were you then? How'd you get that car?
Well,
Hold on, back up. Let's be honest. How did you get that car?
I did not take that car.
How'd you get it then?
Somebody let me use that car.
Who let you use that car?
I don't want to say.
Well,
Stephen, now's not the time to not say. You know what we're here to talk to you about. You're sitting there saying you didn't kill nobody. You know what we're here to talk to you about.
They arrested me for capital murder. I didn't kill nobody.
Okay, then who did?
I never killed nobody in my life.
well then what happened?
I wasn't even there. I was at the house.
Stephen, look, man. If you're saying you weren't there and you didn't kill anybody, fine. Okay. Are you willing to do somebody else's time?
No.
Okay. Well, if you
Can I ask you a question?
sure.
Was my fingerprints there?
Worse than that.
Huh?
Steven, you left stuff all throughout that crime scene. Okay?
Like what stuff?
Well, like your belt stuff, like shoe print stuff. I'm sure your fingerprints are going to be all over it. DNA is going to be on it.
DNA on what?
All over the crime scene. Steve, it's not a mystery that we ended up here. Okay? I'm not Miss Cleo, but I think I've got a pretty good grasp on things.
Okay.
Okay?
So you
what-
saying that I killed the person?
Yes, I think you did. Stephen, if you didn't, well then fine, convince me. But saying that, man, I don't know anything, or I don't know anything, and playing games about the car and this other stuff, playing games about the credit cards, you didn't find those credit cards on the side of the road. I know exactly where you got them. You got them off of my victim. And y'all were blowing them up. You were riding around in my victim's car. I know where the keys are. I know where the car is.
Where's the keys at?
The keys are in my property room. The car is in my seizure lot.
And where did you get the keys from?
I got them off of AG
Where's AG at?
in the jail.
Here?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you find him?
I'm good.
Oh, he went answer the phone.
And let me shore up some things. I've already talked to AG.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it doesn't take a miracle worker to find you at that point, does it?
Stephen, just so you know, we're not lying to you. The car was parked in the Arbor's Post Oak Apartments.
Up off of Trenton Union 360.
Okay. So, I mean, we're not here to play games with you.
Okay.
We're not here to bullshit. Okay, so we're not lying to you about it.
Okay.
AG had the keys in his pocket, right? It's not an issue of, like I say, we're not here to play games with you, all right? All right.
We want some answers.
We want to give you the opportunity to talk to us and tell us what happened. We'd like to hear your side of the story about what happened.
What evidence do you have?
Well,
I've already told you you've left shoe prints on there. What shoes were you wearing Thursday? Those black Nikes with the green on them, right? Are you sure? Because my victim's blood's on them. And the shoe print you left at the scene matches the shoe print on those shoes, because we have those now.
Well, which ones? On Nikes. The only Nikes I got are my orange ones.
No, you have about
Jordans.
You have Jordans, same difference. I'm sorry. Same difference. I remember back before they were just Jordans. I remember they were Nike Air Jordans. So I apologize for that. But the green ones and the black, remember, it's got the funky thing on there. 'Cause my victim's blood's on them, on your shoes. Your belt's missing a couple of those white notches. Guess where they're at? They're in my crime scene. Look.
What else you have?
Stephen, this isn't exactly a time to be playing a whole lot of games here. And the reason why I'm asking is this, Stephen. What we have is we have a dead pastor inside of a church.
I didn't kill no pastor.
Well, then,
I go to church. You guys want to know?
what church do you go to?
I go to church every Sunday.
Okay. Well,
Killing is the last thing.
okay. Well, then, if you didn't kill him, who did?
But you said that you think I killed him. I didn't kill nobody.
Well, then who did? Who was with you when this happened? And Stephen, to tell me that you weren't inside of that church that morning, don't be playing that game, okay? Because I can disprove that 100 different ways. That's the type of stuff that's going to hurt you. You go to church, but then you know forgiveness and everything about that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, now's the time to be begging forgiveness. Now is not the time to be trying to do anything else.
What is AG charged with?
Right now, he's being charged with aggravated robbery.
Robbery.
Mm-hmm.
How did robbery come in there?
Things were taken from the church, such as a car, such as some credit cards, such as some other things. Now is the time for you to start, because AG's playing games, and guess what he's saying? He's pinning everything on you. He's saying that you killed that guy.
No, I didn't kill nobody.
Then what happened?
I didn't kill nobody.
But then what
I
happened?
didn't touch nobody.
Then what happened? To say you weren't there, that's not going to fly. To say that you didn't use those, to say that you got the credit cards on the side of the road, that's crap. You didn't get that on the side of the road. No more than you weren't in that church. You were in that church. You were there when that man died. You were there when that lady was severely beaten and almost died. That's damn unlucky for you.
Wow.
Because she's going to be able to identify you.
Yeah. And she wanted to identify. I wasn't there. I went inside.
Let me tell you this. You have a very distinct look about you.
Like what? What's my look?
You have tons of tattoos, man.
Yeah.
I mean, dollar signs on the eyelid, on your
Eyelids.
I mean, that's not exactly something that's
Unmissable. And you can take my picture now and go show her.
I will.
And she's gonna say that's not the one.
If it wasn't you, who severely beat her and who killed that man? Wasn't me?
Can I take a lie detector test?
I don't have one right here. If you want one, we can probably set one up a long time down the road. But you got bigger issues than that right now. Because I guarantee you, those people's DNA, their blood is going to be on those shoes. Your fingerprints and your DNA is going to be in that crime scene. and you were in my victim's car at about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon at a Chevron station in Arlington.
I went 1 o'clock.
What time was it then?
I was around 3-ish.
No,
2-ish.
you were at the mall by then.
No, I was at the mall about 3:30. I know this. Because the show was off Mayfield.
Yeah, that's actually where it was.
Okay. And did you see the PT Cruiser pull up?
I sure did.
And you got out?
AG.
Okay.
Stephen, like I said, man, you're wanting to argue about small stuff like that. I mean, that's not the issue.
I'm not
That's
talking about
the
small
issue.
stuff.
I mean, do you want to talk about the big issue? I mean, now's your chance to talk about it.
I didn't kill nobody.
Okay, then who did? What happened? I mean, did you go there to do a robbery, hit a lick, and something went bad? If you did, then tell us what happened. I mean, we didn't. I'm not sitting here saying that you went there intending on killing somebody. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying you're some killer that said, "Hey, I'm going to go kill a pastor today."
I never killed nobody. I
I'm
didn't
not
kill an
saying-
animal, period.
Stephen, I'm not saying you are. I don't know you. I've never met you before. Never talked to you before today, right? I'm not saying you are. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just asking you what happened. That's it. Okay? I'm asking you if you went there to hit a lick and something went bad. If that's what happened, that's what happened. I'm not asking you to say something that's not true either. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm not asking you to lie. I'm not trying to make you say something that's not true. That's not what I'm asking you for. I'm just asking you to tell the truth. Is that fair? So what happened?
I didn't kill nobody or anything like that.
Okay.
And
I didn't beat nobody. I didn't put my hands on nobody.
Okay. Well, then who did?
Bless you.
Thank I didn't kill nobody.
And what happened?
I wasn't even in the room when it did happen. I wasn't even in that little section.
And what happened? Who was with you? Stephen?
Yeah.
Feel bad for what happened?
Yeah, that was wrong. It was wrong.
What happened?
I don't know. You don't snitch on nobody, man.
This isn't the
This
time.
isn't, I mean, we're not asking you to snitch on somebody for dope or something like that. I mean, snitching, I understand that for stuff like dope or stealing something from somebody. But you said it yourself, that was wrong. So, I mean, this ain't about snitching on somebody for,
This man had a family. He has a pregnant wife.
so I mean,
He has a congregation.
without saying who did it, what happened? I mean, let's just start with that. Without even saying who did it, what happened?
I don't know what to say. I went there. I went.
Well, I mean,
You already got the person that's already here. Sure. I'm gonna leave it like that.
Well, Stephen, we can't just leave it like that. And you know that, man. You know, I mean, Stephen, the thing is, if it was you,
No, it wasn't.
no, listen to me. I'm saying if somebody did this to you or somebody did this to your family, we'd be doing the same thing for you or your family. We would. And we'd be asking the same questions for you or your family. And you'd want us to do that for you or your family. If somebody did this to somebody you loved, wouldn't you? And you'd expect us to keep going and going until we got the answers for you or your family. And that's only right. And so we can't leave it at that. Okay?
Besides, if that little hint of yours is just there, you're saying AG did this? Because I'll tell you what he's saying. He's saying it wasn't me, it was you.
No, it wasn't me. I ain't that type of person.
Well,
So who was?
The person I already have.
Which is?
Not me.
Well, we got you.
I'm trying. You said AG's already here, right?
yeah, he's here.
Well, there you go.
Okay. Well, then you're going to have to disprove your side of things then. Walk me through what happened. How'd y'all get to the church?
Wow.
From your mom's house? Who had the gun?
That BB gun?
Who had it?
AG. That's AG's BB. Boy, that's Merck's BB gun.
What does it look like?
Like a 9mm
Is it metal or is it a little plastic?
plastic.
Who was carrying it? AG? What time were y'all leaving your mom's house?
Round 2.
Around 2?
Yeah.
Okay. What time did y'all get to the church?
I didn't go, well, I didn't go inside till afterwards.
Okay.
What do you mean you didn't go until afterwards?
Okay, he called me on the phone. Well, I went in. The front door was locked.
Well, how did he get in?
He went to the window, waved his hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I came and opened it for him.
Who?
I don't know.
You didn't see?
No, because I was over there where the bushes at. In the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
I was right there
So how long was he inside?
for about 45 minutes. 45 minutes.
45.
He was in there a while.
Okay.
Well, what did he say happened?
He didn't tell me until we got in the car.
But why did he pick the church? Why did y'all walk to that church?
Okay, he said it's gonna be an easy lead. Some quick money.
Well, who was scouting it out? Because that's not exactly just like...
I don't know. I have never been to that church in my life. I don't know who it was. I thought it was in Japanese people. It says First Baptist Church of China or something like that. So I really don't pay that church no mind. I just got out of ISF on the 22nd of February, so I really didn't know what I'm saying.
Okay. So he goes to the front door, waves his arm. Somebody lets him in.
Yes,
And you're just standing out in the bushes for 45 minutes?
No, I'm standing beside the bushes.
Okay.
And I start walking towards a library. The library like probably like 20 yards away.
Mm-hmm.
I walk down the sidewalk and I walk back. Yeah, just kind of just look out and smoke. Like,
And what happens?
then he comes to the front door and he lets me in. So I go in and look out and say, where the people at? He said, no, I took care of that, son. Took care of that.
What was he wearing?
Black.
All black? Was there anything funny looking about him? Did he have any, like, blood on him?
I don't know, because he been in there.
Mm-hmm.
He probably could have washed up. So, then I go to, so we both go to, I guess it's like there's stairways. When you first come in, there's like stairways.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a glass office to the right. And I stand right there at the door. And he goes into that back office with the glass. And I hear like commotion, they digging through something. Then he comes out with 2 sets of keys.
What else does he have?
The credit cards, cell phone.
What type of cell phone?
There's an iPhone 4, iPhone 3.
Mm-hmm.
He had that.
What else?
That's all that I could see him.
What about the laptop?
Yeah, man. Oh, he had a bag, a black bag. I guess the laptop was in there. That was all. That was it right there.
What did you see?
When I went in, there was, when I walked in, the chair was toppled over, one of those sitting chairs.
Mm-hmm.
There was another chair toppled over on this side of the room. There was some blood on the floor. When he's over there in the corner, there was somebody right there laying down. Then there was somebody over there laying down. I didn't throw up. I went outside. I ran straight outside.
Okay, but what did you actually see though?
The person laying on the ground.
What were they? White, black, Hispanic, Asian?
White people.
Were they both men, both female, one man, one female?
I know this was a man. He was a pretty big dude.
Do you remember what he was wearing?
Khaki pant, white shirt, I think.
What about the other person?
I didn't see him.
Okay, and Stephen, we need to know, did you touch either one of them? Because we're going to find out.
Nah, I didn't touch not either one of them. So when I seen it, I ran back outside because that's the first time I seen it. When somebody like that, I ran straight back outside.
Okay, because the thing is, it's not like on TV or crime scene investigators are comparing your prints and AG's fingerprints to everything in that place. It's not like on TV where they get it back in 30 minutes. So and they've got a lot of fingerprints to compare to everything. So we're going to find out if you touched what you touched and what AG touched and exactly what on both people you touched and what on both people AG touched. So if you touched either one of them.
I didn't touch them.
Okay.
I didn't touch them.
How far into the room did you get? Were you just standing by the doorway?
Or the doorway. Like,
did you ever go by the people?
Nah, I didn't go by the people. Like, I went to, it was like a little chalkboard. AG was over there behind the desk. It was a chalkboard. And there was blood on the floor, so I walked, something like that, and I looked. Nah, I guess I walked back out.
So you were never over by the desk?
No, I never walked back to the desk.
Did you ever walk over by the person next to the desk, the guy?
I looked like that. You know how you take a step?
But you never like walked over and like looked like directly over him or
No,
anything?
I took a big step like that and walked back right outside.
Never walked over by the other person?
I walked about the person.
You sure?
Awesome. When I walked in, like, can I stand up? When I walked in the door, AG over there in the corner. So I walked.
What's he doing when he's over in the corner?
He's digging through. So
What is he digging through specifically?
the drawers and stuff like that.
Did you dig through any drawers?
Nah,
Touch any?
Nah.
Are you sure?
Positive. I didn't touch no drawer. Not that I remember. I didn't touch no drawer.
Well, not that you remember is a different thing. I want you to remember.
No.
Are you sure? You didn't touch any of the desks, any of the credenzas?
What's credence?
It's like the little things with the drawers that pop out on the sides. The little wooden looking things.
I don't think so.
You sure?
Probably. I don't think so. I don't think I did.
Are you sure?
I don't know. You tell me if I did. Did I? My fingerprints on there?
I don't know yet.
Okay. I don't think I did.
Okay.
And I looked like that. To the person that was in the corner, looked like that. Went back outside.
What else did that person look like? So he was a white guy, white shirt, and
That's
khakis. Anything else distinct about him?
A big dude, that's all.
How bad was he messed up? Was he
He was bleeding from the head.
from the head? Was he laying on his stomach, on his back?
I believe on his back.
On his back.
I think so.
What about the other person?
I think on his back.
There's nothing else distinct you could remember about either one of them? How long do you think you were in the room?
A quick 2 minutes. You have to go in there and look around and smell that smell. Now walk outside.
And what time were you in there? What time did you make it to the church?
Make it to the church.
Yeah, what time did y'all get to the church?
We got there about two something, I think.
But y'all did take the car, right?
Oh yeah, we took the car.
Well, that's why I'm asking. Are you sure it's about 2? Because we have church members that said that they were at the place at 1 o'clock and that car was gone. And that's about the time y'all are seen at the Chevron station using the credit card.
You see, no, it couldn't be about 1 because me and AG passed by the church. When we passed by the church, there was people outside. There's somebody in pink and somebody in a red shirt or something like that in the front of the church.
What time was that?
I think that was around 2. It had to be around 2.
Well, that's
Yeah.
very possible.
Yeah, because we didn't make it to the gas station until about 3. I didn't make it to the parking lot until about 3:30.
But, well, let me ask you this. After y'all took the car, did y'all go back by?
Mm-hmm.
In the car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that the point you saw the lady in the pink?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Y'all had already done what y'all had done by 2 o'clock. Because you said you just come back by and you see the lady in the pink.
No, it had to be at 2 o'clock, around 2, something like that. Because AG was finna go back and get the truck, but he seen the lady, so catch her.
Right, that's what I'm saying, is that y'all had already done what y'all had done inside the church, and y'all had already stolen the first car, which is the little white Galant, right? It's a little Mitsubishi car?
Yeah, the little pearl white.
Yeah, y'all had already stolen that at 2 o'clock. So that's what I'm saying, is y'all had already been there by 2 o'clock. This is your second trip. Y'all were going to go steal the other, the Ford.
Yeah.
But he didn't because...
There was somebody in the front.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying, is that y'all had already done what y'all had done prior to that.
Yeah, but I didn't kill nobody, none of that.
Stephen, why didn't y'all just take both cars at the same time?
We didn't at first because there was somebody across the street that was working, I guess, on the house or something, and we didn't want to make it look obvious.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? When
Okay.
you see 2 cars leaving
Okay.
at the same time, then you know something's up.
Okay.
So we just took 1 car, then we want to come back and get that car, the other girl.
So when y'all left in the Galant, where did y'all go?
We went to my house.
Okay.
Then his baby mom came and picked him up,
Okay.
and they went somewhere. And we met back up at Mayfield.
At the Chevron.
At Chevron.
Okay.
Then
What?
I got her some gas.
Mhm.
I got some gas,
Okay.
and we left. Me and AG left.
And then you went back by the church? Is that when y'all went back by the church?
Yeah, that was when we went back right by the church.
And
Yeah,
you were
we
gonna
came-
get the
He was. And we get the truck.
Okay. Okay.
So then we went back on Mayfield and got some Ace pills.
Okay. Okay. So that's why it was so much later that you went back by
Yeah.
the church. Okay.
Then
Did y'all trade the stuff y'all got from the church for the X pills?
he still had the iPhone on him, but he couldn't unlock it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he sold it to somebody else later on that night.
What about the rest of the stuff?
I don't know where the rest of that stuff was.
What happened to the pistol? Little BB gun.
I don't even know where it's at.
Who had it?
AG had.
When?
All the time.
The whole time?
Yeah.
Do you have a pistol?
No, I want to gun.
Have you ever had any pistol or anything that looks like a pistol? Did you ever carry anything Thursday that looked like a pistol?
I have a gun.
Okay.
Well, what?
Everything I'm saying is true. I ain't.
Well, but here's the thing, okay? Because AG's saying, I didn't kill nobody. He went in, he did what he did, he came back out. And yeah, he tossed me the keys and I was going to get the Ford. But I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. 'Cause I can't believe he did what he did inside that church.
No.
Then we get in the car and leave.
No.
And I swear I didn't touch anything. My fingerprints aren't going to be on anything and all this other crap too. So, I mean, it's pretty clear. I mean, the lady's going to pull through.
Yeah.
Okay? She's going to live. Okay?
I mean,
So that means she's going to,
Yeah, I
that
know
means
that.
she's going to talk.
Yeah.
Okay? And I have a strange suspicion she's going to tell me that you and AG are the two people that were in there doing what y'all did.
But I didn't kill nobody though. That's the point.
But Stephen, were you in there when
When it happened?
Yes.
No. When
But you understand she's going to tell us, though, right?
I understand that.
Whether both of y'all were in there or not.
I understand that.
Well, did
Okay,
Just
what?
that night.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
That night, okay, we went to the mall.
Mm-hmm.
What we go to? We rode around. We went to Twist's house. We gave Twist, or AG gave Twist a car, another car. He put gas in his car. We went to the Auburn's. AG told me to go wipe the car down and park it in the back. Hard to.
Why'd you wipe the car down if he kept the keys?
He told me to wipe the car down. Wipe the car down. I guess he was gonna drive it again. What else? Then that later night, he went by the church and he told me that there's a whole bunch of news crew out there because he's gonna go check on the truck again.
What car did he drive? What car did he take to drive?
I think he was with somebody else. I think he was with somebody else.
Who?
I don't know.
Where were you at?
At the house.
At your mom's house?
Yeah.
Okay. Who can verify that?
My mom.
Your mom can't? Your mom was there?
Yeah, at the house.
What happened to the clothes you were wearing when all this was going on?
Which ones?
The ones that, when you went inside the church, what were you wearing?
Them clothes I had on.
That shirt,
Thursday.
those shorts,
Those are clothes I had on.
everything.
Those clothes I had on.
Same everything.
Same everything.
But they're not those shoes.
No, should always pay for those shoes.
What shoes did you have? The ones I described earlier?
No.
What shoes did you
The
have?
black and red ones, all black and red ones.
All black and red.
That's from Jordans, all black and red.
Where are those now?
You know.
Okay. Did you get any blood on you?
No.
Did you get any blood on your shorts?
No.
Did you get any blood on that shirt?
No.
Did AG get any blood on him?
I don't know.
Did you see any blood on him?
Well, what did he say happened? I mean, why did he kill him?
I don't know.
Well, don't, Stephen, he
I mean,
would have
I
had
don't
to
know.
say something.
I mean,
he doesn't kill two.
I
He doesn't
don't
kill one
ask
person.
questions. You know what I'm talking about? That's just not me. I don't ask
Well,
questions.
Stephen, don't tell me that. Man. If you go to hit a lick with somebody and somebody dies and another person almost dies, you can't tell me you wouldn't ask what happened. There's no way you wouldn't ask what happened. There's no way.
No.
There's no way you get wrapped up in something like that because you've just been wrapped up.
I went inside the room when it happened.
But it doesn't matter. You know that the heat's going to be coming down on you, and you're not going to ask questions. Whether you knew it was going to happen or not, your buddy just got you in on something like that. Your buddy does something like that, and you're there with him,
And
you
then-
know that's going to bring the heat down
I
on you.
don't know why he did it. I don't know.
And you're not going to ask questions. It's one thing if you go and hit a lick with someone, you get some money, you go out and you have a good time, and no one gets hurt. That's one thing. But if all of a sudden you walk in the room and there's a guy laying dead on the floor, there's another person that you think's dead, you're going to ask questions, man. There's no way you're going to convince me you're not going to ask questions.
And then you just willingly grab their keys, drive out of there, take those people's credit cards, go buy yourself tons of stuff.
Stephen, there's no way you're going to tell me.
I didn't grab the keys from the people. AG handed me the keys.
Who drove out of the church?
AG.
Who drove from the Chevron station?
I did. I drove to the Chevron station.
So, I mean, like I said, you had the car, you drove around in that car, knowing these people had done what happened to them. I mean, how's that make you look, man? Are you cold-blooded?
No.
Then why do you act that way? I mean, why would you act?
How am I
Like-
acting like that?
Because how could you, that's my point, is if you're not cold-blooded, how could you get in a car of somebody who just been murdered, or somebody that you think two people are murdered, and you just get in their car, leave, and then go spend their money? And then now say, man, I can't believe he did what he did. I mean, Steve, how's that make you look, brother?
Made me look bad.
Yeah. And then we just met. I don't know you from Adam, right? You don't know me from Adam. But I mean, how would, if this was reversed, okay? And let's say your sister, God forbid nothing happened bad to her, but let's say something switches, okay? Your mom and your sister are at home and you're in the apartment just watching TV. Two guys come in and beat them as savagely as these people were beaten.
But look how
And
little
kill
I know.
them. And kill them. And then take your mom and your sister's stuff. And then leave. And then just go out, like, who gives a shit, and spend their money and stuff. How would you react to that? What would you think of the type of people that would do that?
Like pissed out.
You'd think of them as remorseless, right?
Yeah.
You'd think of them as cold-blooded, right?
Yeah.
I just met you. I don't know what your character is. I don't judge you from the tattoos. You know, you've been very polite to me. You've been very polite to my partner. Stephen, this whole thing about, you know, I don't know, detective. I don't ask questions like that. You know who says stuff like that? People who've been in the system before. People who know that they have a little bit more criminal responsibility than what they're letting on. Because you're trying to distance yourself. Didn't try and distance yourself from that people's car. You didn't try and distance yourself from those people's credit cards. Only when you get caught now.
No, I told you what I did. I told them what I did. I said, yeah, I mean, using the cards. Yeah, I did that.
So one person's going to go in there, and AG's a decent sized guy, but he's not a bodybuilder.
I know, but you see how big the white dude was? He was long. I looked at him, he was long.
Right. That's my point.
And how can I beat somebody to death?
Well, if there's two people, one person's holding a gun on them, or what they think is a gun. Did AG hold the gun on him?
He had to get him the whole time. He had to.
So what did you do to him?
I didn't do nothing to him. My fingerprint ain't gonna be on him. I didn't do nothing to him.
What was the plan? AG hold the gun, you take the stuff, bless you.
I was thinking, guys, use the restroom?
Yeah. Come on, man. There's a restroom.
You got a couple of these?
Who's Shondon?
I don't know him, but I met him one time.
Met him one time? When did you meet him?
What was it? Thursday night?
So you met Sean on Thursday night after all the drama? Did y'all say anything to him? Have you told anyone about this? Has AG's told anyone about this?
I can't tell you. I don't even know.
How long have you known AG?
About a week.
About a week?
Probably.
Okay.
How'd you meet AG?
Through Morgan.
Who's Morgan?
So I guess it's his best friend.
Is Morgan white, black, Hispanic?
White.
White. Is she young like y'all? Is she older? Is she...
Young, probably around our age, I think.
What happened to the laptop?
I don't know.
So I guess AG took it. Do you don't have any idea what he did with it?
One thing about what you see over there.
And you said he took the iPhone?
I have it.
Who did he... You said he sold the iPhone because he couldn't
I
get...
think he did. Cause he couldn't get it unlocked, so
Who did he sell the iPhone
I
to?
don't know. I told that one guy, I don't know who he sold it to.
Okay. I must have missed that part. I remember you said he must have sold it, but I don't remember the last part. So it was kind of the deal, you get the credit cards, he gets the property?
Probably.
Did y'all get any money out of this? Like actual money?
Mm-mm.
How long were y'all in the church for the entire time? For about 45 minutes, you said?
I was on the outside. I was outside.
And so he went in there for about 45 minutes? So one person, just him,
Mm-hmm.
beat those people the way he did?
I don't know if he beat him or not. I don't know what he did. But he was in there 45 minutes.
Well,
I came in.
Steven, I'll tell you like this, okay? You know, I just mentioned it again and all that stuff, but there's obviously we've been doing this a day or two, okay? And I've seen a lot of beatings. I mean, I've seen people get beat with about everything there is to get beaten by a human, okay?
Mhm.
These people were beaten probably the worst I've seen, okay? And one person could not have beaten them in the manner in which they were beaten. AG's a fairly big dude. He's kind of chubby. But I'm about as big as that preacher. If that dude comes at me, I mean, come on, man. One dude is not, and 2-on-1? Come on, man. That ain't going to happen that way.
No.
It didn't happen that way.
I didn't assault nobody.
One person did not do this.
Okay, but I didn't assault nobody.
Did you just hold the pistol on him?
I didn't have no pistol. I didn't kill nobody, didn't assault nobody. None of that.
You just happened to go in there right after your friend did this, didn't ask any questions,
I
but then
looked
took
like, damn.
but then took the proceeds. You didn't say, "Damn, what'd you do? Damn, why'd you do all
Damn.
this?"
That's it. Then we left.
What happens when you see a bad car wreck on the street?
Keep going. It's not my business.
You know, or what? Have you ever seen anything that was just so crazy that, you know, just something that was so outlandish, something that you just saw and you were like, man, that's fucked up. You ever seen anything like that in your life?
Yeah, when my homeboy got his head decapitated when he rode a motorcycle.
And you saw that?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's something that's kind of scarred into your memory?
Yep.
What was, I mean, I'm not trying to, but when somebody else came up to you, what's the first thing you did to them?
What? Come to me how?
Like, after you saw that happen, one of your other friends, one of your family members or somebody came up to you. What's the first thing you did?
Told him to get away from me.
You didn't say anything, you just said get away?
Yeah, just get away from me. Cause that was my friend.
True.
That was just I wanted to be alone.
But afterwards, after you calmed down, what'd you do? You didn't tell anybody what happened?
Cause it was a lot of people that was there. It was on the highway.
So what did everybody else do?
Cry,
when somebody who wasn't there and saw it came up and saw kind of the aftermath, what's the first question they asked?
What happened, all that.
What happened?
Nah, it's tough.
Well,
I tell them, man, this ain't none of your business.
But it's human nature is what I was getting at. Humans are curious animals by nature. We're all just nosy little bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us more so than others. Okay? So it's human nature when you see something up to say, what happened? Especially if it involves somebody you're friends with or know or acquaintance with. And especially if it's something jacked up that you didn't know about going into it.
See, I've been in jail. I did 2 years for that. So, I know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but so are you so hardened from 2 years that you see 2 dead bodies? Or you think of 2 dead bodies and you just go, damn?
It's not my
Can I get the credit cards?
I learned to mind my business. Don't ask questions. It's none of my business. Me being nosy, what's they gonna give me?
But Stephen, I understand that.
But you gotta see how I think. I'm telling you how I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's cold-blooded is what that is.
But Stephen, I understand that if AG did something on his own without you there. But it is your business because you were there. Then it becomes your business because it affects you and it affects your life. If he did that while you were in Grand Prairie, then it's his business and it ain't got nothing to do with you. But it becomes your business when you're there. Because it makes you were there. Even if you were standing outside.
I didn't know that he was
okay,
going to kill.
But you understand what I'm saying? It becomes your business when you're there. It becomes your business when you use the credit cards. Then it becomes your business. It becomes your business when you walk in there, when you leave fingerprints there, your DNA there, when you leave part of your belt there, and you use credit cards when you are in a car that was stolen from the scene. Then it becomes your business because that affects the rest of your life. Then you're in it. Then it is your business. And then you are going to say, man, what did you do? Because then it is your business. Okay? You understand what the difference is? Big difference. And that's what we're getting at. Is that's why you would say, what did you do? We were supposed to come here and get some money. We were going to come here and make some easy money.
Goddamn, bro, why'd you take it this far? Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Come on, bro, let's get out of here, man. I can't believe you do this type of shit.
Or at least say what went wrong. I mean, we both talked to people before that went to go hit a lick at a grocery store or a convenience store where the clerk didn't do what they told them to, and they shot and killed the clerk. And we sat here and talked to the person. They said, man, all I was doing, I told the clerk don't move. I told him don't move. And the clerk wouldn't do what I told him to. If he had just given me the money, I wouldn't have shot him. But he pulled something on me. And so I shot him. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
So at least they explained to us. They at least explained to us.
He didn't tell me what went wrong. He didn't tell me that. He didn't tell me what went wrong.
So he just said, I killed him?
No, he didn't say that. He said, I took care of that.
And that's it. I took care of that.
So when did you ask him that?
What?
When did you ask him?
When I walked in the room and seeing people on the floor.
What'd you say?
I said, well, what happened? He said, no, I took care of him. And that's it. I left it at that. Okay? That's on you. Your fingerprints all over here, like mine. And that's when we left.
And so you didn't try and distance yourself at that point?
Distance myself out.
That's my point. You didn't try and say, hey, I just...
From AG?
Yeah, why didn't you... I mean, if you met this dude a week ago, so I mean, it's not like y'all are like friends for life, BFFs, none of that crap. I mean, if you just met this dude, he's not like, you know, your best friend that you cared for beforehand or something like that. If some dude I knew for a week even stole a candy bar, I'd be like, what? Deuces, man, I ain't gonna get messed up with you. This is a dude you met a week ago, kills 2 people that you think in a church, and you just, all right, man, well, that's on you. Let's go to the mall.
Pretty much.
Stephen, that's hard to believe.
What? That I wouldn't diss myself?
Well, it's hard to believe that if you didn't distance yourself, that you had no knowledge of what was going on, that you had no actions inside of that room, that you had no actions in the planning, that you had no knowledge of anything. So you walked up to this church and said, hey, dude, did you even ask him why y'all were going to that church? You told me earlier y'all were just going to get some money, right? You was going to hit a lick? Do you often stand outside and while people hit licks? Go inside and rob people? Have you ever robbed anybody? Never? Were y'all trying to rob somebody Tuesday night?
Tuesday night?
Y'all weren't out trying to hit licks? Because AG said you were. Y'all were out trying to hit some licks.
I didn't rob nobody Tuesday. I didn't.
I know, because everything fell through. Couldn't find anybody. Some lady gave you like a thing of dimes or quarters or something.
No, that was Merck.
Merck gave you some quarters?
No, Merck did right to the lady. That was way in Irving.
But Stephen, you understand you understand how it looks from our side?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you understand how it looks from our side?
Yeah, I understand.
Because, I
I'm
mean,
not,
it looks
I'm not
cold.
dumb or anything.
I know.
No,
I know.
I'm a
saying
very
that.
smart person.
We know.
I understand. I comprehend very well.
We know. And that's
I know how it looks stupid right now.
well, that's the contradiction we're seeing,
Yeah.
Stephen. Is, I mean, it's one thing if we sit here and we're talking to a dumbass,
Yeah.
and the dumbass says dumbass things.
Mhm.
It makes sense. It's consistent. Okay? If I was over here talking bullshit to you,
Mm-hmm.
how would you view me? You view me as a bullshit artist dumbass, right?
I'm telling
You're
you.
a smart man.
All right,
And you're telling me dumb shit.
Hey, I'm telling you that happened. I'm outside,
but
look, watching.
that's...
Okay, what in the point of the story that you don't comprehend very well? Which one?
I don't... The part I don't comprehend is that you go over with him to go do this lick,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just outside minding your business. Reacting as
I'm
a...
watching up.
So you're acting as a getaway, or a good eye.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're making sure no one comes and messes and disturbs him.
Yeah.
Okay. Did y'all have that preconceived? Was that your role in this lick?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were acting as a good eye, and so he goes in and does this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean...
Because there was somebody outside across the street.
Right.
In a black truck.
I remember you telling us that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, again, you know that he's going to go rob these people. He's going to rob this church.
I know he's gonna rob the place.
So you're participating in it, and then...
But I didn't know he was gonna kill the people.
Okay. But see, now that's, again, now we're getting a little bit... See, the first time...
I told you I was outside watching because there was somebody outside working on their house.
Right, but your story is subtly moving towards...
What?
More towards probably the God's honest truth. Because the first couple generations of your story are hard to believe.
Yeah, for the first time when I said I found the credit card, I'm going, that was a lie.
Yeah. We're past that. We're past that. But even in the first part of you saying that we were at the church and all this stuff, you was like, man, I didn't know he was doing anything. Well, we knew he was going to go rob the place.
I didn't say I didn't know he was doing anything. I knew because we went up there to hit a lick.
Okay.
So that means I knew what he was going to rob. He was going to do one thing, rob the people.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I knew. That part.
Mm-hmm.
The extra part that happened, I did not know that. I did not know that seriously. The killing, I did not know that.
Well, he's saying that y'all were going to go hit a lick and that he didn't know you were going to take it too far.
Nah.
So how can I disprove things?
I don't know how can you disprove things.
I'll tell you what. Is your DNA in the system? Do you know if it's been encoded or anything like that?
I don't know.
Like, did they ever take DNA from you?
In jail?
You draw blood?
Or no, DNA. Well, maybe, I don't know if they took your blood or not.
TDC draws DNA to see if
Through
you have
blood?
warrants, yeah.
Okay. Just in case, do you mind if I get a second sample from you just to make sure?
My lawyer, all right. With
Okay.
But you said the prison system took it from you?
Yeah.
They did? Okay.
I don't know if your DNA is already in the system or not. Okay, that's why I'm asking.
What's my blood to do? If I left blood there?
Well, no, just other DNA, skin cells. Anytime you touch something,
The skin, the particles.
right,
Off.
right, and your DNA is in that. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's what we're trying to make sure that your DNA isn't anywhere that it shouldn't be. Okay.
Because like remember we were asking you if you touched either one of the people that was in there,
Mhm.
and if you touched anything that was on either of the people that were in there, you said no, that you didn't.
You didn't touch any of their clothing?
No.
You didn't touch anything around them?
No. The door, that's it.
The door?
That's something I touched.
Which door?
The
The one by the chalkboard or the one like,
the one before you get to the back office.
did you open it up? Okay. Did anyone else open it up or touch it?
AG.
AG did. Did you have any blood on your hands when you touched that door?
No.
Did AG have any blood on his hands when he touched that door?
I don't think so.
Don't think? Okay. I'm asking because we found a bloody fingerprint on that door. And we have that door handle. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, okay. Why mine?
Wasn't yours, so it'd be AG's? The best of your knowledge, it would be?
Did sorry.
I was gonna say, so, I mean, do you remember if AG had any blood on there? Because there's blood all over that room, right? If you were in that room for any amount of time, you'd probably have blood all over you too, right?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Did AG have a lot of blood on him?
I couldn't. He had that black shirt on.
True, but I mean, did he have any wet spots on him?
On the shirt, like smears on the shirt. That was it.
Some smears on his shirt. Did you accidentally bump into anything? Did you accidentally get any blood on you at any point? Did you accidentally touch something and go, damn? No?
So,
Okay. Have you washed those clothes that you wore in there since then?
no.
You've been wearing the same clothes?
Yeah, because they're like fairly new.
Okay. What did you wear to the mall?
They were. Trying to think, what did I wear? I either wore my polo shirt or I think I wore my polo shirt. I don't know.
So were you wearing the same clothes in the church as you were at the mall?
Yeah,
Okay. So you were wearing a Drew Brees jersey?
I wasn't wearing the bridge.
Okay. So the clothes you wore to the mall is the same you wore to the church?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're wearing it
Because we went straight from the mall, got the gas, got the X pills, went to the mall.
I
So
thought y'all went by the house.
Yeah, I'm supposed that direction.
No, but I thought you went to the house.
My house?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My direction. Church, my house, Chevron, Mayfield.
did you change
Mall.
it? Did you change at your house?
Uh-uh.
Okay.
No, I changed.
Did AG change?
No.
Okay. Did anyone wash their hands, clean up, wash the gun? Because I knew there had to be blood all over the gun. Didn't wash the gun?
I don't even know where the gun's at. Last time I seen he had it last.
So no one washed up anything?
No. We didn't have that on me. I didn't have that on me.
True, but you didn't get that kind of icky feeling. You know, how, like
Yeah,
you,
I know something like feeling nasty or something.
yeah, you know, like when you even
Yeah, but I was in a rush to go to the mall.
why
Huh?
why are you in a rush to go to the mall?
Cause I know the credit cards, somebody might cut them off or something like that. Cause the credit card company knows your budget. And they know how you spend.
Mm-hmm.
You keep swiping, spending. Like those are like something like I forgot what it's called, but the credit fraud place
Mm-hmm.
turns it off. I mean, it turns it off.
Okay, so you figured you'd hit it up while you could,
Yeah.
and you just used the one credit card. Did you use any other credit cards?
Just that Discover card.
Did AG use any other credit card that you saw? And be real, I mean,
American, Bank of America, like red card with a flag on.
okay, Bank of America.
That's the card he had.
Okay, he was shopping with it. while y'all were at the mall?
Yeah.
So I saw y'all were both buying stuff. Because the Parks Mall's got great video.
I know.
I mean, they spent some money on it. Okay. Because I knew y'all were using cars, and y'all separated for a little bit, and then y'all come back, and y'all were kind of, I wouldn't say separated like y'all were like stores and miles apart, but y'all kind of browsed around a little bit on yourself, right? Okay.
Did y'all have to use a PIN number on any of those cards? Okay. Weren't y'all worried about using those cards?
Yeah, kind of. I was a little bit. That's why I just scribbled a name on her. But she didn't. The lady didn't ask for ID.
Well, I mean, just out of curiosity, I mean, the Parks Mall's got such great video, and these just came out of a robbery where somebody was killed.
Yeah, but
Why? I mean,
I only shopped in the middle park. I thought they didn't have no cameras right there. Those middle booths.
yeah, they got everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I looked up and I couldn't see shit. Well, I'm half blind anyways.
Okay. Yeah, they got camera everywhere these days, man. I mean, anywhere you go in commercial society nowadays, Big Brother's watching.
Stephen, why are there holes in the apartment walls at your apartment?
I was trying to get up out of there.
Trying to dig through the apartment?
Yeah, to the next apartment.
Okay.
Because we noticed, like, in that one bathroom over by the closet,
Yeah.
there's one that was going back to the fireplace. And then there's the other one that was going towards, like, behind the toilet.
Yeah.
Did you just not realize the fireplace was by there, or?
Oh, the fireplace. The fireplace it's kind of close, but it's not close. You still got 5-6 feet from the fireplace.
Okay, so when you were, like, in the downstairs bathroom.
Yeah.
There's the toilet, and there's the one behind the toilet, and the one, like, to the
One
left.
right on this wall, toilet, one right.
Yes.
Right there. Yeah.
Okay. So you were trying to dig through either one of those?
Yeah.
What about upstairs?
Yeah.
Same thing?
Mm-hmm.
And is that why the cover was down on the thing? You're trying to figure out how to weasel through there and get out?
Okay.
Okay. You didn't toss anything back there?
Nah, I had nothing else.
What? And you said you tossed the credit cards?
Yeah, I was out the window.
Where at?
I don't know, the drive. There's still out there.
Okay. You wouldn't know, like, if it was on I-20 or 360 or Cooper, Collins, Mayfield, Arbrook. You wouldn't know landmarks, nothing like that. Okay. Okay. And the Drew Brees jersey would have been what you wore at the church.
Mm-hmm. Same thing I wore.
Okay. And when did you change out of that?
The Drew Brees jersey?
Yeah.
When I came home from the
Okay.
mall.
Okay.
I put the green shirt up on and those shoes on.
And then you went out later that evening?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you were in the stolen car still at that point?
Mm-hmm.
Whose car were you in at that point?
My girlfriend came pick me up. Thursday, that was on Friday night.
Thursday night. Going
Thursday
into
night?
Friday. Thursday night going into Friday.
We all chilled at the house.
Why'd y'all pick the apartment complex to ditch the car where you did?
I don't know why I picked that.
He picked it? Who lives in that apartment?
I don't know.
Don't know. Had you ever been to that apartment before?
Never been there before.
Just that one time?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all go into an apartment over there?
Did we go to the apartment? I think we did.
Was it Twist Aunt's place?
It might be. I think she drove a red car.
Was she the one that drove y'all around Tuesday night when y'all were trying to rob folks?
I don't think so.
Don't think so. Okay. Well, did y'all take her car to drive around Tuesday night?
No.
Okay. How'd y'all get around Tuesday night?
One of AG's friends. There's a maroon Malibu.
Mm-hmm.
It name's Dex.
Okay. Skinny dude?
No, he's skinny. Big dude.
Big dude? Okay. But Dex has the red Malibu?
Mm-hmm.
And that was the car y'all were driving on Tuesday?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Dex was driving us around.
Okay. Dex in the military of some sort, or used to be in the military?
I don't know. That met him that night.
Okay. 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 But y'all were primarily that night up in Irving?
Yeah. I didn't rob nobody in Irving. Me and AJ didn't rob nobody.
Just Twist?
No. Twist won't want us.
Well, didn't you say something? Merc.
Alright.
Merc, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
Merc one had the white hoodie on.
Okay. And that was in Irving?
Yeah, that was in Irving.
What's Merc's real name?
I don't know.
Who knows Merc?
AG.
AG knows Merc?
I got the cell phone number.
Okay. It's in your phone?
It's on a Merc.
Okay. Got anything, man?
Stephen, I mean, obviously, the main thing here is whether or not you're willing to take responsibility and own up to what you did. Okay.
Do you think I did? Why
Yes.
you keep asking me this question?
Yes, I do.
Why is that?
Why? Because of stuff like, you know, we talked about the belt that you have, and you know those little metal things.
Yeah, the white.
Yeah, two of them came off in that office where this happened. And
So you saying I'm the only person that did this?
no, I'm not saying you're the
No.
only person. No.
That
No.
would seem like. That would sound like to me.
No.
No.
No. If I said
We've told you the whole time that we thought there was two of you. We thought it was you and AG.
no, Stephen, if I thought you were the only person, I'd tell you I thought you were the only
Well,
person.
why am I the only one being charged with capital murder?
Well, it doesn't mean you're the only one that's going to be charged with it. That's not what we're telling
The
you.
reason why AG's being charged with ag robbery and your capital murder is he's saying just basically the flip flop of what you're saying. He's saying that I was over there to hit a lick and he took it too far. Yeah, I admit my part in the robbery, but he's the murderer.
I never had busted a gun. I never shot anybody. None of that.
And no one was shot. No one was shot.
I mean, I'm not a violent person. I'm not a violent person.
Somebody was.
And Stephen, like I said, you know, we didn't come in here to lie to you, trick you, play games with you. Okay. So if we thought that you were the only person that took part in this, we'd tell you. Okay.
But it just like it doesn't make sense for him to act alone, it doesn't make sense for you to act alone either. That doesn't make sense. One person could not do all that. No way in hell could one person do that. It had to be two. At least two.
There's other things that we're waiting on.
What else?
DNA fingerprints.
The woman that survived has not been able to talk to us yet. And that's what I'm saying. We're not here to trick you or play games with you.
Okay.
We're not going to sit here and lie to you and say that she told us this stuff and make stuff up. Okay. We could do that. I could sit here and lie to you and say, oh yeah, she said that you were there. But I'm not doing that. I'm telling you flat out. We hadn't talked to her yet because she hadn't been able to. She is going to survive and she's going to be able to talk to us.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll be like tomorrow. And she'll be able to
Identify.
and
She'll be able to say who did what and
Yeah.
how it went down.
and who took part in which part.
And
The doctors have said that she's going to survive. She'll be able to do that. It's not like she's going to
have
suffer
memory
brain
loss.
damage or anything like that. So again, we're not trying to play games with you. We're not trying to sit here and say that you did it all by yourself or anything like that. So we're not trying to say AG's not going to be charged with capital murder as well. That can change tomorrow, and I'm sure it will. Okay? So don't think this is all getting put off on you. All we're asking you to do is tell us the truth about what happened and own up to your responsibility in it. We asked AG to do the same. He didn't do that. All right? And we're confident that he didn't do that. But
we're hoping you don't make the
we're-
same mistake he does.
the only thing you can do now, you can't go back and change what happened. Only thing you can do now is decide, are you going to own up to what you did or not? And that's your choice whether you want to do that or not. We're giving you the chance. We're giving you the chance to sit there.
I'm telling you, I anticipating. I'm anticipating killing nobody, beating nobody.
Well,
Stephen.
But go ahead, Ben.
Well, the other thing is that when we talk to the DA and tell him our conversation with AG, we'll tell him what AG said and the opportunity we gave him, and we'll tell him about how the evidence that we have against AG and what lies AG told us and how he lied about his involvement and how he lied about you. And then we'll sit down and we'll tell him about the evidence that we have against you. And then we'll tell him about what we can prove about your involvement. And then we'll tell him about our conversation with you. We'll also tell him about whether or not you showed any remorse or not. And up to this point, you haven't. And we'll also tell him whether we thought that you were lying or not. And honestly, I feel like you've lied a lot.
Wow.
Well, I mean, you've left out a lot about what you did. I mean,
I told you what I did.
Well, some of
I told you my point of what I did.
Well, some of it you have, Stephen, you have.
Okay.
But some of it you haven't.
But you're not finna trick me into saying I killed somebody.
No,
I didn't kill nobody.
Stephen, I'm not trying to trick you. Okay?
But that's what it seemed like what you're trying to get to. Is like I lied and there's something else.
Stephen,
I didn't kill nobody.
Well, let's break it down like this, okay? And I'll even take it a step further on what he's saying. Okay. Even if what you say is the God's honest truth, do you even realize, I mean, kind of where you're at in the world? You just admitted to an aggravated robbery, correct?
Yes, that I did. I'm telling you what I did.
But let me tell you where this gets into play, though. Okay, if you knowingly participate in an aggravated robbery, and during the course of that aggravated robbery, somebody's intentionally killed, even if you didn't do the killing, it's as if you did it yourself anyway. You're already party to the offense of this offense. You have committed capital murder, whether or not you think you did or not. So, at this point in the game, I mean, you've already told us you participated in a capital murder.
I didn't know that he was going to kill.
It doesn't matter. You should know that during the course of an aggravated robbery, things can sometimes go bad. And in this case, it did. Your only salvation right now is to not leave out anything. Your only salvation right now is to lay it all out there. Because when they bring this old lady up on the stand and say, "What happened?" What do you think she's going to say?
What?
We're going to show the pictures of her where her face is beaten to a pulp. Her own husband couldn't recognize her at the scene. She was beaten that bad. She was beaten so bad, her own husband could not recognize her. And when it comes down to it, and she says, "Yeah, he was doing this too." If you were looking in on this, you'd be pissed off too, wouldn't you? You told me earlier, if somebody did something bad to your family, you'd be pissed?
Yeah.
If you were a third party person, not us, not you, but if you were somebody judging this on the outside, third party, don't have a side on the side of the pastor or the lady inside, doesn't know you, and you were looking in on this, how would you feel? These two dudes savagely beat an elderly female and a pastor, a man of the God, man of the cloth, somebody whose only action in life is to better other people. Y'all robbed a church. This is Texas. Do you not think people go to church?
Everybody go to church.
Exactly. I mean, how are people going to feel about this? And you've already admitted to participating in it. Your only option at this point is to free yourself. Salvate.
Okay, free yourself how?
Don't.
Why are you beating around the bush?
Because what I'm trying to tell you is this.
What? I did not kill nobody.
But you had more
I
participation
had
than
no
what
more than
you
participation.
did.
No, I didn't.
You honestly, I
Check
mean,
the DNA. That's it.
but look, Stephen, look at me.
Through. Show a lady my picture. I wasn't there.
But you were there. You
I
can
didn't
play,
touch nobody.
Stephen, you can play ostrich all you want, but you were there.
Show her my picture.
I will. It's coming. It's forthcoming.
All right.
It's going to happen.
There it is.
It's like tomorrow, it's going to happen.
Okay. Is there anything else?
I'm asking you the same thing, brother.
Anything else?
Okay. Give us a second, and we'll get you back downstairs. If you need to finish your drink, by all means, okay?
Can I make a phone call now?
Yeah. When we get back downstairs, okay? Hang tight for a second. This.
Stephen Nelson was found guilty of capital murder and attempted capital murder and was sentenced to death. He was executed in February 2025. A grand jury decided not to indict A.G. Springs on any charges.